Welcome to Confessions of a New Mom with EseTalks. It's always such a pleasure to be back. And today I have prepared a very interesting topic for you guys. But first, I want to ask you, have you ever heard of the term mom brain? Yes, that's a thing. I know you're wondering, EseTalks, you've come again. Which one is mom brain? Don't worry, relax. I'll explain to you. I can promise you that 3 out of every 5 moms have experienced this term called mom brain. I want us to find out if this is actually a myth, or if it's a fact, or if there's some science backed up by what I'm saying. Mom brain. And most importantly, if you're a new mom, still struggling to understand, motherhood, your little one, or even if you're an experienced mom, juggling errands, your career, and just everything, and you keep forgetting things and wondering if your memory is slipping away because you're so forgetful and distracted, I promise you have come to the right place. Today, let us find out what it is to have a mom brain, and let's dig into today's video. All right, come. So what exactly is mom brain? I promise you, this is not a made-up word. I cannot make this up. There might be a scientific name it's called, but I don't know what that is. So just bear with me. Let's call it mommy brain for the, understanding of this video. Good, let's move on. So mom brain, there are certain words that are associated with this particular term. Forgetfulness, mental fog, mental clutter. There's also distraction after having kids. I know you might be wondering, are most people experience this? Yes, they do. But sit down and think about it, right? These are things that you have probably experienced as a mom since after you had your baby. Personally, for me, this is something I started to experience after I had my baby. Yes, and I'm young, so there's no reason why I should be forgetful or I should start losing memory, right? But this started happening to me in my 20s, and then it got me thinking, like, what is happening to me? And so I started to dig in and do some research, and I discovered that, this is actually what's going on with me, right? Being forgetful, the mental fog, and my the whole mental clutter and distractions, forgetfulness, like memory loss. I just remembered. Let me share this story with you guys. Real life story. So sometime last year, I was hanging out with a friend from uni, and then we're just, catching up, discussing about our lives, what it's been like after school. And then she was talking about something that happened way back, right, when we were in uni. And then I was just looking at her like, babes, what are you talking about? And she was like, you were there. Like, you were the main character of this story I'm telling you. It happened to both of us. And I could not relate. I'm not even joking. I had no idea what she was talking about because it felt like she was talking about a stranger, somebody else. And she was like, it's you, Essie. And trust me, this was when the realization dawned on me that I had started to lose some of my memories. And this was not the only time. It had happened several times. And so she made a joke like, you and your mommy brain, you're always forgetting things, always distracted. And I'm like, when I go back home, I start putting things together. I'm like, this is actually true. Like, I'm starting to lose my old memories. I told my husband was like, relax, see, you're thinking about it, it's not that deep. I legit was scared. I started to think about how distracted I became, of recent, how forgetful. I walk into a room like, I came here for something, and then I can't remember. And that time, my husband would tell me, this, that, I'm traveling. And then when I see him packing up his bags to move, I'm like, babe, where are you going? He's like, I told you this like 3 days ago. I'm like, we never had that conversation. So these are things that happen. These are scenarios that brought me to the realization that I'm experiencing mommy brain. And it's not a matter of, there's just so much going on with me and it's mental clutter. It's way beyond that. When I did my research, I discovered that there's a scientific explanation to this term mom brain, why you're experiencing it. Now, what exactly is the scientific explanation? It says that moms or women begin to experience brain changes from the time they are pregnant up until postpartum. Now, essentially, what does this mean? It means that the woman's body is preparing to nurture her little one. So what is going on there is just, I guess the brain is rewiring itself. It's just nature. It's just fantastic. I don't want to call it nature. It's God, honestly speaking. The brain is rewiring itself. I just believe it's restructuring itself to welcome a newborn, right? For the mother to be able to nurture, to bond with her little one. So that's what science explains as mom brain. And this comes with a lot of changes and signs. I do not want to call it illness, because it's not an illness. Mom brain is not a sickness, it's not an illness. Okay, mom brain is not a myth. If you've been wondering, oh, I've been hearing about this, it's just a joke, people say, you know, to tease a woman. It's not a myth. It is real, it is facts, and there are scientific evidence to prove that this is happening to moms. It is true, it happens to us. I've experienced it, like I just shared my experience, and there are signs. So if you want to know if you've ever experienced this before, or if you're a new mom or an expecting mom and you want to find out, oh, how do I know that, okay, this is mom brain, or how should I prepare myself? I've put together a list for you to know that you have experienced mom brain or you're currently experiencing it. So what are these signs, Essie, if you may ask? Number one, emotional load, or you can call it emotional clutter. Your brain is just handling so many things at the same time, and this is mostly typical with career moms. Yes, you're a mom and you're running your career and you have to do school run, make food for the kids, take care of your home. So it's like a whole lot of things you're juggling at the same time. Yes, this is a sign that you're experiencing mom brain, and sometimes you could become forgetful, right? You become easily distracted. You don't know what to do at certain points, and it feels like your brain is losing power. I promise you're not losing brain power. Your brain is just on overdrive. You need to take time sometimes to relax, take a pause and declutter, right? So think about it this way. How many tabs are open in your head right now? You know when you have your phone and you have so many tabs open at the same time, and then you're losing battery and your phone is constantly hot? That is exactly what's happening to you now, dear mom. You have so many tabs open at the same time in your head. You need to close those tabs, relax, take a deep breath, sometimes pause and figure things out, and this will help you declutter. I promise you. Number two sign is sleep deprivation. Ladies and gentlemen, try functioning on 3 hours of sleep. If you're not going to wake up so groggy, so grumpy, you're just going to be moody the entire day. Your day is going to be so sad. It's going to be like a rainy day for you. This is exactly what a lot of moms have to go through. As a matter of fact, I have come to discover as a mom myself that sleep has become a luxury. Since the moment I got pregnant till after my baby dropped, the newborn phase, and now my baby is a toddler, sleep has become a luxury. It's just something that if I can get 8 hours of sleep every night, that's a miracle. I know if you're watching this as a mom, you can relate, because it doesn't happen frequently that we get 6, 7 hours, 8 hours straight. It's not possible. Why? So yes, lack of sleep, it affects memory loss, makes you forgetful, it affects your emotions and your focus. So sleep is very, very important, but I know it's easier said than done, because even being a mom is not easy. You lose sleep. If your child is not sleeping, you won't sleep, right? So I can tell you that it affects our brains, it changes, it causes forgetfulness and a whole massive shift. So we need sometimes to take a pause and give ourselves that time to actually rest. So if you are not able to sleep maximum 7, 8 hours at night, when your child goes to school, try and get some rest, take a nap. It's very important. You need to have a perfect functioning mental health as a mom, so you can pour into your little one, you can pour into your home, because if you're empty as moms, we have nothing to give, right? So it's important that we take care of our mental health, and having proper sleep is part of it. Okay, so on to the next sign. The next one is the social pressure, or what I like to call the perfect mom myth. I called it a myth because truly there's no perfect mom. We are all trying, we're all doing our best to get it right. And I'm not even going to lie, it's hard being a mom. As beautiful and dreamy and as amazing as it sounds, it is hard. Every day we are out here fighting for our lives. And we are fighting to make sure we retain our sanity. Being a mom is hard. So the perfect mom myth is really a myth, right? The pressure to be perfect, especially in this day and age, and as Nigerians, as Africans, you want to have everything right. And it's even worse for first-time moms like myself, right? When I had my baby, it got so bad that because sometimes I get very obsessed about having to jot down, organize everything in writing. So I would want to, if I need to go out with my baby, I'll need to write everything down, like what I need a day to take in my baby's bag or my bag, to make sure everything is prepped, I'm prepped and ready to go the next day. Everything has to be perfect. I need to write it down, jot it down, then look at my notes. What am I missing? Okay, I have these diapers, I have change of clothes, I have shoes. Oh, okay, I have a bottle. That obsessive nature Trust me, it comes with all first-time moms. It comes with all first-time moms. But after a while, I believe with experienced moms, you know, this nature, it tends to relax. If you're not an experienced mom, you tend to relax. But us first-time moms, the pressure is there. The pressure to be perfect, to get it right, to make sure everything is 110%. Breathe, dear mom, relax. You don't need to be perfect, okay? It's okay to be forgetful sometimes. It doesn't mean it's a flaw. It just means that you're human and you're doing the absolute best you can. And you're doing great, I assure you. Okay, so the final one I want to pinpoint is hormonal changes. Of course, we all know that right from the moment we're pregnant, expecting our little ones, there are hormonal changes going on in our bodies as women, right? Now, these hormonal changes creates massive identity shifts. I can assure you that those that know me, my old friends that used to know me before I had my baby, they know that the essay they know then is different from the essay they know now. Yes, obviously there has to be a shift, right? So this also affects our brain, our chemistry, our whole makeup as moms, as women, right? Dear moms, I want to encourage you that if you've listened to this video and you feel like, oh, mom brain is something to be afraid of, I'm scared, how do I deal with this? Relax. Like I said earlier, mom brain is not a flaw. It is not an illness. I really want you to see it as strength. I want you to see it as strength, you know, as mental flexibility, you know, your body's adapting to nurturing your little ones, and just generally see it as strength, right? Dear mom, if you've watched this video and you're panicking that, oh my god, mom brain, oh, have I experienced this? How do I deal with this? I need you to relax, okay? Like I said before, having mom brain is not a flaw. It is not a mental illness, okay? It's just, let's call it, it's strength, basically. You know, it's multitasking and caring deeply for your little one, for your home. It's being able to empathize and just generally caring so much, right? Being able to multitask. So I want you to see it like that. And moving forward, if you need to declutter, you should do that. Your mental health needs to be, I don't want to say 100, but at least your mental health, you need to take care of it, right? Declutter sometimes, take a pause and take care of yourself. Now that you know what a mom brain is, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. I want you to do one more thing for me. I want you to leave in the comment section your funniest or most awkward mom brain moments. And if you also have a friend that's a mom, I want you to also tag her in this video and drop her awkward or most funniest mom brain moments. I'm waiting to read your comments. It's been EseTalks. Bye. Remember to like this video and subscribe. Bye.